Okay, so boom, the first time I felt like, man, I'm not gonna never get out of here. So I'm on max at the time, 23 and 1. I'm sitting in my cell 23 hours a day, getting out 1 hour a day. And I'm playing crazy because I'm hoping it's gonna help me on my case. And I'm taking 23 psychotropic meds a day. I'm taking a certain amount in the morning, certain amount in the evening, and a certain amount at night. I'm in special needs in Nashville, Tennessee on Cockrell Boulevard. And on this particular day, I'm finna get an attorney visit. And if you've been locked up before, then you already know. Not only am I hoping to go get some good news, I'm also finna treat this like it's a visit, a real deal visit. I'm finna get out of my cell for a couple of minutes. Hopefully it's a whole 30 piece. So they come to the cell. Baker, 41, 41, 46. I said, man, what's up? What's going on? Hey, your lawyer here to see you, man. Put your clothes on so I can take you out here. I put my clothes on immediately. They got to handcuff and shackle me because I'm a maximum security inmate, which means everywhere I get escorted, I got to have on handcuffs and shackles. And I got to be getting escorted by 3 officers, not only because I'm on MAC, but also because I'm on what they call in safekeeping, because that's when I escaped out of the jail and didn't know jail in the 19th district want to hold me. So they got to put the handcuffs on through the pie flap. You know what the pie flap is, they let me know you've been to the penitentiary. But if you ain't never been to the penitentiary, you don't know what the pie flap is. I advise you never go to the penitentiary and find out what the pie flap is. So when they pop it on, I got to stick my hands through, they put the handcuffs on. When they put the handcuffs on, I gotta walk to the back of the cell. They make you walk to the back of the cell because they don't want to run the risk of, soon as the door pop, they ain't got no time to defend themselves, and you come out as Jean-Claude Van Damme, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they tell you, they close the pipe flap, step to the back of the cell. I step to the back of the cell, they open the door. Then they tell you, well, when they tell you to step to the back of the cell, they also tell you, put your knees on the bunk. You put your knees on the bunk, so therefore you already done assume the position for them to come in and put the shackles on the back on your legs. So they pop the door, they come in, put the shackles on me, they walk out. I got an officer on the left, officer on the right, officer behind me. I'm telling you, I'm presidential. You know what I'm saying? So when they walk me out the door, I see my lawyer through the, you know what I'm saying? We ain't having no contact visit, it's through the glass. Then we gotta talk on the phone. So I see that they close the door, and I'm looking at him. He looking at me. We looking at each other. He got my motion of discovery, which is all the evidence that they got against me, all the statements made, all the phone calls, all the texts, whatever it is that they need. You know what I'm saying? Then he got whatever little motions he finna show me. He finna file. You know him. He done came in here like he really working for me. This ain't even no public defender. This is what they call a pro bono. There's a difference between a public defender and a pro bono. A public defender, they actually working through the state and for the state and getting paid by the state. The pro bono, they getting paid by the state, but they are actually they are real lawyers with their own firm, or they work for a firm. And so this is a pro bono, and I done called and checked around, and I know a couple people know this dude. His name is Paul Bruno. Look him up, attorney. I think he either in Nashville, Tennessee, or in Clarksville, Tennessee. So me and Paul Bruno, this is my third attorney at the time. The first one jumped off of my case because he told me specifically, he said, man, Baker, look, I would love to represent you on this case. It's kind of a high profile case down here in Springfield, Tennessee, but at the same time, I don't want to defend your case and end up getting you a great deal, and then the city of Springfield look at me some type of way because I defended you. You know what I'm saying? He said, your name kind of hot. He said, there's a lot of other situations, you know what I'm saying, that your name been involved in. He was like, man, I'm going to have to get off the case. So he filed, and get off my case for a conflict of interest. Boom, he leaves. His name was his name was Fletcher Long, beast. So when he get out of my case, they give me a pro bono off the muscle. They give me another pro bono. This dude was from Clarksville. I can't remember his name. He playing reindeer games. He the one that took me to trial on my escape charge. Guess what? Fired him. Then they give me Paul Bruno. So we sitting here having this meeting. I'm talking to him, he talking back, we converse, we having a whole little conversation. And while we having the conversation, I'm telling him, look, check this out. Can I get a diminished, can I plead diminished capacity? He was like, well, not really. As soon as he said that, I said, oh, what you mean not really? I've been playing crazy at this point for almost a year and a half, probably going on 2 years. I'm taking psychotropic meds, I done cut on my wrist, I done escaped, I done did all of this craziness. I'm like, what you mean I can't, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm thinking, I got some kind of psychiatric history because when I was a juvie, you know what I'm saying, when I shot the man 3 times, guess what? I got transferred to Middle Tennessee Mental Health, and I was in there playing crazy. They had me taking meds. Now, I wasn't in there nothing but a little week or so, but I got some kind of history. This man gonna tell me, he was like, well, in order to get diminished capacity or plead insanity, he's like, you gotta have a real history of psychiatric treatment. He was like, you don't have a real history. And I bring up the juvenile case. He said, well, that's sealed, you know what I'm saying? So it couldn't have been nothing serious because they didn't put it in your file. He was like, you don't have no psychiatric history. He was like, so ain't no jury gonna believe that you're actually crazy. He was like, they gonna look at it as if you done got into some major trouble, and now that you in this major trouble, you wanna act like you are out of your mind. I said, man, that is crazy. So you tell me I'm doing all this for nothing? He said, man, you know, hey, I hate to tell you, but he was like, man, yeah, pretty much so. I said, well, what we discussing here? What's going on? He was like, well, basically, he was like, I've been practicing the law for this, however long he been practicing law. I've seen these kind of cases, you know, I've beat these kind of cases. I've got great deals on these cases. And I actually feel like I've got you a great deal here today. So he coming, I'm thinking we finna discuss a strategy. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we're finna discuss a strategy because I don't think he, for me, he don't understand that. Look at him. I ain't even planning on really taking no deals. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to all the inmate advisors in here and these other inmates who got life sentences, 40 and 50, telling me I can beat it. Not thinking to myself, he got 40, he got 50, he got a life sentence, he got 2 life sentences. Why am I taking advice from these people telling me that I can beat this case and they got these hockey player and football lineman numbers in here? For some reason in my head, they done been to the law library, they think they real lawyers. Listen, these folks think they really know the law and done told me I can beat my case, and I ain't even thinking to myself, well, you been in here 20 years. What I look like listening to you? So I was like, so what's the deal? Now I'm thinking he finna say 8 years. I don't know. Listen, I got a special aggravated robbery, special aggravated kidnapping, first degree premeditated murder, 3 counts of felony murder, then I got an escape charge. I'm thinking this man finna say a single digit number. This man say, well, I got a 22 on the table right now. I said, 22? I said, sir, I ain't number. I just turned 20 years old. 22. I said, I said that number right there older than me. I said, you know, I'll be 42 when I get out here. I said that. I said the math ain't math to me. Like it don't even make sense. He was like, well, considering the circumstances, the evidence they got on you, you're only 20 years old. I said, Rick, let me stop you right there. Dramatic effect me, please. I said, look, check this out. You said I can't plead diminished capacity. You said I can't get an insanity. You sitting here trying to convince me to take 22 years, which is older than me. I'll be 42 when I get out of here. And now you finna get into telling me I could go for the parole board and do all this and do all that. You sounded just like the attorney I had before you that I fired. He was like, no. I said, well, look, check this out. I said, this conversation over. We go ahead and wrap this up. I said, because you're fired as well. He said, well, baby, you know they not gonna let you fire me, right? I said, who? He said, the judge not gonna let you fire me. He said, I'm your 3rd attorney. He said, at this point, you're gonna have to stick it out with me, and this is just the best deal I can get you. I said, well, you fired? He said, I'm telling you, Baker, they're not gonna let you fire me, and they're not gonna let you represent yourself. I said, I'll tell you what, real quick, commercial break me, please. I turn around and get the police officer. Hey, CO. CO act like they can't hear me. I hit it with the cuffs. Hey, CO. Hey, we go on the road. I don't know who he represents. I don't know who he came to see, but it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't even talking my language. I said, we get up out of here. CEO said, man, you going to have to finish your attorney visit. I turn around, look at the attorney look at me and the lawyer looking at each other. I said, is this over? He said, hey, I can't force you to talk. I said, it's over with. Go and get me up out of here. They escort me back to the cell. When they escort me back to the cell, I go ahead. The next time I gotta go see the psych doctor, I'm not finna go in here and tell these folks I'm seeing nobody, I'm hearing nobody. I'm not finna tell these folks nothing. This man done told me that this ain't finna help me. Go on and get me up off these meds. Not only did I want them to take me off the med because I knew it wasn't gonna help me, but these folks in here really was a little weird. You know what I'm saying? They really was a little far out there. It was a little crazy. And I was like, cause I was only taking the meds that's helping me go to sleep anyway. I'm not gonna keep being here with these weirdos and these people going through whatever they going through. They in here swallowing batteries, they swallowing razors. I done seen some of them try to cut their genitals off, they slicing on themselves. Man, Just get me out of here. I got enough trauma in my life. Do you not understand what I've been through? Commercial break me real quick, please. If you ain't already got the book, listen to me. Go get the book. Go to my website, jtb3.org. I got both of my books on sale right now for $20. You can get the audio version of the book for $5. It's 4 files on there. Chapters 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7, and 8, and they're $1.25 a piece, equaling $5.